Be on your guard. There are older and fouler things than orcs in the deep places of the world.
From the beginning, we knew she couldn't do this alone. Every good quest needs a fellowship.
But you have not seen what I have seen.
I have seen my share.
You have not seen what I have
seen. We don't change anything, but we interpret everything in this incredible, unique way. Everyone was cast because they were the absolute best person for the role.
Second Age is the great unfilmed story in Tolkien's entire legendarium, with the forging of the rings and the last alliance. And we felt that that was the story that deserved to be told.
There is a tempest in me. It swept me to this island for a reason.
They cast you out for deigning to beg them for a few petty soldiers. What will they do when you tell them that you are my ally? When you tell them that Sauron lives because of you!
Oh, always beard. Enough with the quail sauce. Give me the meat and give it to me raw.
Looks like meat back on the menu, boys!
One does not simply walk into Mordor.
Country.
Yes, I know. I boomered the start because I forgot that this doesn't have a "Here We Come" on it. Anyway, welcome to Mordor Country, where we are here to entertain you with roasting.
Wait, we are?
Shut the hell up! I'm gonna slap you so hard you're gonna wish you did squats last night. Anyway, welcome to Mordor Country. We're here to have fun. Alf is not joining us. He had a real life thing at the last minute. He will try and get back with us if you're watching on his channel, because he is simulcasting it with us. So if you're here from Alf's channel, he will be here hopefully eventually. He had to step away. Either way, welcome one and all across all channels. We hope you guys are having a nice Saturday evening. I did leftover ziti, chicken patties, and tenders and sausage. It was delicious. And Dermy, what'd you have for dinner?
I haven't ate.
Well, that's a you problem. How you doing?
Oh, I'm alive. You know, I had a monster. I'm here now, regretting my life choices. Kind of wish that something bad happened to me while I was watching this show, but now I'm here.
Well, aren't you just your own bad thing? I mean,
normally, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
you sent me the link, and I said I don't want to,
and I told you to cry more, bitch. That's what I said. Anyway, Jed, you just finished this a little while ago. You're still traumatized, huh?
Oh, I'm very traumatized from the episode itself, and I spend way too much time on Twitter, apparently, because the stands are just absolutely disgusting with their fetishization of Sauron. It is bad. So many holes, so much goo, so much grossness.
Did you see the one where they're stirring the pot and somebody said, "Oh no, they're cooking Sauron"? Did you see that one?
I didn't see that one. The one I just saw was to be the one ring on his finger so that he could pull it out and put it back in over and over again.
Oh,
Yep.
All right. So
now, life choices.
I also spent too much time on Twitter this afternoon before I went to get my haircut because I'm just sitting here waiting for it to start going. All right. And I got blocked 3 times today. Once by a Disney stan who was a furry, but the other 2 were Rings of Power stands. So I did my work. I mean, ABF, I try to get blocked on Twitter. Do you?
Believe it or not, no, because I try to be as nice as possible when I'm just throwing facts at people.
I live to troll the stands. How you doing tonight, man?
Good. No, I like to draw it out as long as possible until they tell me to off myself, and then I report them, and then they get banned. So.
You see, once in a while, I'll get the rando DM to Minecraft myself, and then I report them, and then I get the message so and so has been banned from Twitter, and then I feel good because it's usually their entire life.
Hey,
the kind of person.
Adam, I have a serious question for you.
Yes.
Do you have dark mode yet?
No, I don't. No, I don't. Have you found your penis yet?
Yes.
Did it require the microscope?
No.
Well, good for you. The tweezers helped, I guess. Rachel, hi. Are you regretting this yet, Rachel? Are you regretting joining this panel yet?
Nope, not at all. I love it. I love it.
How you doing?
I'm good. Honestly, I much prefer to be around the boys. Girls are just unnecessary drama sometimes. I'll be fair.
Then why do you want to be around me?
I was gonna say,
yeah,
because we're all in on making fun of you, Dermy.
Oh, she gets it.
I get it.
I can respect that.
Before we continue, Rachel, I think you should tell them the story of our waitress from last night.
Oh yeah, so we went to this place called Sicky's Garage. I know a few people in chats have told me to visit it out here, but she seemed really nice. Nicole, shout out to Nicole if she watches. I know Jed did kind of like throw this stream out there to her, but we met her and she's a big Lord of the Rings fan because she was looking at this, which Jed got me for my birthday last week.
Let me zoom in.
That's awesome.
Let me zoom in. Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Jed, you never got me anything that nice.
Nope, never have.
Next birthday. But Nicole was super sweet, and she was just like, we got to talking about Lord of the Rings and stuff. She was lamenting that that she didn't have any friends who were into Lord of the Rings and Tolkien, and then it somehow got onto the topic of Rings of Power, and we're kind of just holding our breath of like, is she going to be a stan? But no, she wasn't. She was ragging on how much the show sucked.
She's a pure blood.
I'm like, yeah, she's one of us.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. She was a big fan. She was talking about getting the shards of Narsil tattooed down her spine the whole way. Like, she's the whole 9 yards Lord of the Rings fan. But she kind of was tentative about bringing up Rings of Power to us as well. It's like, what do you guys think about the show? And as soon as we said, oh, yeah, we hate it, she just went off on it. Unfortunately, she did say she liked Arondir, Don Lemonless, or Legolas the Black, but besides that, it was right on board, and it was just great to see someone out in the wild too. Not like us. We're not in a bubble. It's not just us.
It's always that thing. You're always chatting up somebody new. Maybe you've got something that signifies your particular nerd passion, and you gotta wonder: are they gonna be one of us, or are they gonna be a stan? And here, sometimes I wonder. I mean, I'll pass people wearing Star Wars shirts in the crowds sometime, and the ones that have the faded ones that look like they're from the 80s and the 90s, I'm gonna think to myself, I bet they're on our side. I'm gonna guess, because that's
I think
you'd have to
be a little bit. Yeah, I think you're gonna have to be very careful with that one because there's the fading effects that they do on shirts and shit like that. So
well, this was like usually like fat white dudes, so I'm kind of assuming that they're probably
okay. Yeah, they're probably more based.
Yeah. But either way, it is nice to find them in the wild. Then again, I don't talk to anybody when I go out because I just want to get my shopping done. And honestly, I don't speak a lot of the languages around me these days. So racisms, what do you know?
Is there a lot of...
No. Well, one time in Costco, during the height of the coup, one of the employees there, when I didn't want to wear my mask, he came up to me and was chirping at me. Literally chirping at me. And I finally was pointing at my face, and I realized he was angry because I was chin strapping it, and I pulled it up, and then when I walked away, I just pulled it right back down. But oh please, I was so resistant during the time. If they were watching me, I would do the right under the nose things. Like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You gonna stop me? I have it on. This is under my nose. I resisted that so badly, but that's the closest I've ever heard to click, clack, clack. Other than that, it's mostly a lot of variants of languages I do know or recognize. They're all around me, and I'm a racist, and I can't understand what they're saying. So I'm frightened and afraid, and I want to come home to my incel dungeon surrounded by the things I know and understand. Because apparently we're all incels because we reject this stuff. Anyway, right. Hail and howdy to everybody across all the chats. We are happy to have you here. Hit those like buttons, subscribe to the channels, and let's get started because guess what? Rings of Power is with the penultimate episode now upon us. This really is a true masterpiece of failure. I mean, you realize what goes on in this episode. I called this episode, when I got started my review, it was a schizophrenic mess of the different plot lines and characters. They're just trying to rush through. I mean, literally, I replied to a particular stan last week when he was going, Gandalf, not Gandalf. Of course, he didn't call him that. Gandalf, not Gandalf. He's had such a great character art and so much development, especially this season. And I did the check. Dude's been on screen for less than 30 minutes in now, maybe just over 30 minutes in 6 hours of television. He's had like
nothing's changed for him. Like Tom Bombadil in this episode says, "You failed all the trials thus far." What trials has he gone through?
Yeah.
I guess not. I don't fucking know. I was about to make some sort of weird joke
at the end of season 1, so that would be passing a test. That's the defeating the Nazgûls is the best thing I could think of that was a trial, and he definitely passed that.
Yep. And
I mean, he made it there.
He made it there.
Yeah, he walked to Rune.
But he's done nothing, and he's in this episode for less than 5 minutes, maybe 5 minutes if you include both scenes. And it's just we'll get there, but I do not understand how the stands will happily and so blindly say that all this stuff happened when it didn't. It didn't. Nothing happened. All right. Anybody want to have any opening stuff before I hit the play button and we get into this? Anyone want to make another opening statement? I'll give you guys.
I made a whiskey drink to get through this.
I should have done that.
You know, I have Crown still just sitting right next to me.
Yeah. Do you want to open the door for Hiccup Dermy?
I don't know.
It'd be more entertaining than the show, man. We might need it to rescue us.
I mean, can you get to Hiccup Dermy this fast? I mean,
it probably would be dangerous.
And still get to Chatterday? You probably not.
I
Probably
could
not.
super chat the "Would you do anything?" text.
If you super chat that, just reading it normally sounds like I'm Hiccup Derby because I'm retarded. Hiccup Derby is just retarded Derby on steroids.
Oh man! All right. Whew. Okay, so here we go. And and hail this. GCA only 2 away from 600 subs. Let's get that done, guys. Let's get it there.
Yeah.
Let's get it there. Let's keep moving. All right, so here we go. Let's get it started. I love this. So Legolas the Black is in this for a minute as he frolics through the forest. Oh wait, I haven't sped it up yet. Shame on me.
Yes, please.
We got to
love of God.
Yeah,
otherwise we'll be here 4 hours.
I know. We don't want to do that. We don't do that. Okay, there we go. So now he's really frolicking through the forest.
Frolic.
Jed, don't you love the coincidence? He just happens to come upon orcs who have a map to show him
it's
exactly
very
where he needs to
helpful.
go.
Yes, supposedly these are orc deserters.
I have a theory.
What?
Yeah, he's right. He's absolutely right. They're talking about made us go there. But I have an orc theory, but I'm gonna save it for the end.
You'll need to pause this here, though, real quick. So, as far as I remember, this is Arondir's only scene in this entire episode.
Yes.
Quick question: what does it accomplish besides him getting a map? He searches a greave immediately. Like, I'm not going to check this dude's pockets. I'm going to check his forearm, and immediately finds what he's looking for. But besides that, what point does it serve? We already knew he was tracking them, so if he finds them in the next episode, we can infer he tracked them. We don't need the map scene. What else does it accomplish?
It's how quick he's traveling.
He's traveling very, very quick.
No, you know what it is? He's working for Adar. He's actually hunting down the deserters.
No, maybe that's
trying to keep them in line.
What I think it's supposed to do is supposed to be, why is he going to show up next episode? Oh well.
Oh, I've seen the trailer. He's gonna get all kinds of action next episode. He's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, they
just have him there at the siege. Yeah,
he's gonna make it there just in time.
They need to have all their elven kin come together.
Yeah, and they all got to be there for the epic showdown that's going to last like 20 minutes probably. But I just want to point out how poorly designed this fight scene is. So he sneaks up on these random orcs, happens to find them. They walk past him, not a big deal. They're getting away. And then an orc sneaks up on a wood elf, jumps down, he dispatches it. And then the two orcs, which were walking away that were a good 10, 20 yards away from him, teleport to either side of him. How did they get there that fast? A, and B, how did the one guy flank him in that amount of time? It's entirely ridiculous.
Orcman karate.
Is that a thing now?
I'm making it a thing. I've been watching One Piece a lot, so I thought Fishman karate and just inserted orc.
Okay.
What's it called, Adam? Force sprint? You do a force sprint?
Oh, force sprint. Maybe. Oh, well, listen. So you speak of force sprint. I brought this up in my review. I want to know if you guys spotted this. They really leaned on Star Wars heavily in this episode with a couple of the speeches.
Didn't hear that.
Oh, I'll point it out to you then when we get there, because I heard it loud and clear.
I have a question. Do you think this was their Juicy Smollett moment? We got two orcs coming up on a black man.
Mordor country.
Yeah.
We finally got it, and we missed it.
Yeah.
This is why the entire show, This is Mordor, was created for.
Yeah, this moment, and we missed
moment.
Thanks, Jeremy. I guess you, Jeremy. I guess you've served your purpose for the evening.
Yeah, I have a few more. Don't worry, they're gonna get worse.
You just earned your keep tonight, Jeremy. Good job. All right. So he's gonna, like Jed said, he's gonna reach in there and just go right for it. Because he sees it just tucked in there.
And it's like, no way, that looks exactly like a map. Oh, it is a map.
Oh, it is a map. It's gonna exactly ready to go. I have to frolic
It was
away.
so dark that I couldn't tell what he was looking at. I didn't know it was a map until Adam said it a minute ago.
Yeah.
I just couldn't see anything in this episode.
All right.
I had to
Here's
turn
my
the brightness up on my phone because I'm not.
Here's my favorite
I'm
part.
so given up.
Here's my favorite part. So now we got Celebrimbor. They're struggling making the 9 rings, and we're gonna learn they're out of Mithril and all that kind of good stuff. And he's yelling at everybody, "Get out!" And now this supposed breakdown of Celebrimbor, where he can't even remember chick who's hotter than Galadriel's name. Has his downgrade from intelligent person to blithering idiot been chronicled well enough in this?
Oh God, no.
Not really. I was trying to think about it because it kind of just came up randomly last episode, and now we're all of a sudden he's borderline about to start talking to himself. Like it kind of feels like they're trying to do a Bilbo moment.
Maybe
like when Bilbo's like freaking out, going schizo.
Well, what they're trying to show is that Sauron's playing little mind games on him, making him think that he's going crazy.
Yeah,
I think that's what's going on.
But then here we go. First of all,
it's just a toxic relationship.
When I look at this, is something about the Ring Forge just looks wrong with that molten just sitting there. It just looks completely wrong to me.
It looks
too it's too CGI.
All right, so Sauron, go ahead.
But what I want to point out by Anatar's manipulation of Celebrimbor in this episode is it just doesn't make sense. He keeps saying for the next several scenes that we see them together, stop, you must work on the rings. Don't leave, you must work on the rings. But they don't have Mithril, so what work is there to do? And he's just making him crazy so he can't do his work.
Doing sketches later. That's what
he's actively making it so Celebrimbor cannot do the work he wants him to do. Every single manipulation he does, it just makes it harder for Celebrimbor to do his work. It's completely counterproductive.
You guys are getting it all wrong. Okay, this is an example of a very toxic relationship. The only problem is they have the genders reversed.
You mentioned that. We get our favorite line here. He comes in and he's gonna sends everybody out, and he's gonna reassure him with how Celebrimbor, it's okay to be so into your work.
Or you were going so deep into it. Coming out again has become an incredible burden. So deep. I imagine at times you must be tempted simply to stay there a while.
Oh, so deep.
Freaking
so deep. It's okay. I was on Thursday. I was watching it. I knew instantly. Opening clip. It was delivered right away. It's just
we make a bunch of gay jokes.
It's
right there. Tell me. Yeah, it's right there. We make a bunch of gay jokes at me. I say some gay shit from time to time. That's gay.
It's hard coming out of the closet.
I know.
You're just too deep. You're too deep in the closet, man.
Too deep.
And
Don't
You're
you
too deep into something.
I love how he says so deep right after that too, because
know.
it can be applied to multiple things, being gay, of course, and being in the closet. But it also, the way he says it is like, I feel like every single writer and showrunner for The Rings of Power says that to themselves whenever they write something. It's like, oh, that's so deep.
They take a sip of the
So
box
deep.
wine, take a sip
Mhm.
of the box wine, and just think about it real hard, and pretend that he's whispering that to them. It's so gay. Anyway, so that happens, and ABF was right. This is all about him messing with his mind. I put this hammer down. Oh, but the hammer's there. You're working too hard, but you got to keep working. They don't know what they're doing. But
they have
any of this.
Well, it's because he can't act, so they have to like throw in these overt clues that Celebrimbor is going crazy because he just can't act through it.
Is it acting, or is it the fact that they don't know how to write?
It's has right because the dude playing Celebrimbor, I know him originally from Downton Abbey, when his character in that one is Edith's would-be husband, and then goes and gets killed by brown shirts in 1920s Germany. He's a good actor in real productions.
I was just talking about this last night. I've seen bad actors act well because of good writing before.
Yeah.
They just didn't write it very well.
Yeah, Downton Abbey is top tier writing. This is not.
Yeah.
And
this is bad writing, bad direction, and I think the actor doing Celebrimbor is doing his best, but I think Anatar is just completely wooden.
Charlie
Completely
Vickers
wooden.
is terrible. Charlie Vickers has zero range. He's
He
a
only
thirst
knows how to
trap.
play-
That's all he is. He's just a thirst trap.
Thirst trap and incel. That's all he can do.
Yeah. Well, my question with Sauron after this scene and the big one later on is, what is his power level? He suddenly exploded to being a mastermind, to be able to put a vision on the entirety of Eregion. But he can't, fight in the flashbacks we saw in season 1. He gets killed by a couple orcs, or Morgoth's crown, apparently. And the serpent, he survives. He actually passes the trial that Muriel goes through later on in this episode. Sauron passed it. He's favored by the Valar according to their rules.
Now, a quick question. I wish Alf was here. Is that supposed to be a Silmaril?
That's Fëanor.
Yeah.
Is that him holding a Silmaril?
I believe so. I mean, what else would they have Fëanor with?
I mean, that's really underwhelming. That's for the things that made Morgoth cry.
Celebrimbor is his grandson. So he's walking out, looking up at that statue, thinking, "I want to be as great as he is."
Is that?
I
thought all the Cimmerils were.
Well, that's not a real one. It's
not a real
representation.
one.
It's representation.
If it's a representation, I think it's
underwhelming.
It's just a crystal.
Yeah,
it's just like the rings. They're not actually that well made. They're just blocks of material that some do vague things in this show.
That's kind of what the Silmaril. I actually know a bit about the I can never say it right. Silmarils.
Silmaril.
I'm never gonna be able to say it right. Shut up.
You can't even say espresso.
Yeah, I can't say that right either. I know a little bit about them. No, I can't. I know a little bit about them. They were basically just crystals that were crafted from the tree, and that's kind of what they were, but they gave off light. So I don't have a problem with them looking like a crystal. But it should probably have maybe magical light coming from it, but
it's underwhelming. And to Jessica's question, yes, he was in Downton Abbey. As I said, he played Edith's suitor who gets her knocked up before, and because he can't marry her because his wife was in an insane asylum, but then he moves to Germany to try and become a citizen there so he can get divorced, but then he gets off camera Minecrafted by brown shirts in 1920s Germany, and then he is in there. So that's who he played. He played the editor of the publishing company that Edith goes to work for in London. Yes, I watched Downton Abbey. It's right there. I love it. It's glorious. Anyway.
What's up, Jess?
So I just found this underwhelming that's supposed to be representation of a Silmaril. I found it underwhelming. So now Sauron's going to come out, and he's telling everybody, "I'm in charge now, guys." Now, before he went in there, he said, "Your people, the people of Eregion, want to hear from you." I mean, all 15 of them.
Yeah, that's the entirety of it. The thing that stood out to me in this scene is, so the people are asking to see Celebrimbor in this big open form, right? But the purpose is to tell him about the missing tavern folk and the body they found in the river with the "where is he" carved in his chest. You would never tell the lord of a city, hey, everyone's going missing and there's a dead body with a message for you by saying, hey, can you come out and talk to the entire city? No, they'd send a messenger up to him or say, hey, can you come down here and see this body? And then maybe Anatar could take a look at it, whatever. But they're telling him the news by bringing him to a massive crowd to spring it on him.
Yeah.
There's no way that anyone would do this.
And is it just me, or is right now Eregion just feels small
so
to you?
Small.
For the jewel of the kingdom, feels really small.
It really does. It feels like there's only 15, 20 people that live here.
Yeah.
And then,
well, you know what I think they're doing, though? You know what I think they're doing? I think they're trying really hard not to get caught in copy and cut and pasting people onto the scenes again, like we got last year. I think they're really trying hard not to get caught in that again.
Instead of just going to the work to CGI unique people, they're just skipping it entirely.
Yeah.
Well, also, if there's only like 20 people, then how is this battle supposed to last 2 episodes?
I don't know. I wish Alf was here because I wanted to ask him. I guess we'll get to ask him next week. How I do believe the siege of Eregion lasted a very long time because it was kind of a stalemate. Eregion's defenses were strong, and they just couldn't get past them. And Elrond, who was supposed to already be there, kept them at bay. So the way the rest of the scene plays out is just so retarded, in my opinion, because they go like, well, we weren't getting a bunch of these people coming by, so we sent out a group of people, and only one of them came back, but we found him in the river, and he has a weird message written on him. In Mordor speech.
Mordor speech.
Yeah.
And we don't know what the heck's going on. And then you get Sauron just walking up, the thing, and you see smoke in the distance. Like,
they're right outside.
You can't tell what's going on.
Well, what was written on the body was the title of the episode. Where is he?
Yeah. And she asked him, what did it say? Where is he? Now, of course, he's going to placate her. And I didn't focus on this part too much in my review, but man, this just shows how stupid every single citizen, or I guess close personal acquaintance of Celebrimbor are. I mean, is Sauron manipulating them too? If he is, they're not really doing any job of showing that he's putting the whammy on them too.
Well, he just fired them basically, so they're not actually doing any work for him. But if he is manipulating them, he did the most terrible thing in this scene right here. There's a really easy way to manipulate everyone here. Apparently, he's the only one who knows black speech, or at least enough that she asks him what it says. Why does he tell her the truth of what it says? Because it's obviously talking about Sauron. Where is he? Where is Sauron? Is what that meant. But if he came up with some random lie that it's completely unrelated, it doesn't put suspicion on, hey, there's someone here who's not supposed to be here. He's doing a very poor job in manipulating and just further making it more difficult for Celebrimbor to do his job, taking his smiths away from him, getting an army here that's going to stop him from doing his work, telling him to work when he has no materials to work with. Sauron is the worst manipulator I have ever seen in a show. He's doing a horrible job, counterproductive at every turn.
I'm going to say this now. I was going to say it later, but since you kind of brought it up, the army part, I think, especially after that final moment between Galadriel and Adar in the episode, I think they're going to try and spin it that at the very end, Adar, his children are going to resent him for getting them involved in this war, and it's going to open the door for Sauron to swoop in and take them over as a benevolent Dark Lord. I think they're setting that up. That was Sauron's plan all along.
I need to remember who can read black speech or dark speech.
Maiar.
Okay.
I mean, Gandalf can. Well, real Gandalf can.
I was more meaning like in this timeline, because if it's speech
in this timeline, nobody, because
if it's from Mordor and he knows what it is, how wouldn't that be revealing himself?
I don't know what I get. Once more, we would need Alf here to pin this one down for us, but I mean, I'm sure black speech isn't just Mordor speech; it's black speech, maybe originating with Morgoth. But so I would assume, like Gil-galad would know it. Maybe the eldest of the elves out there, the most senior remaining elves on Middle Earth would know it. But nobody else would.
Yeah, the real Celebrimbor, I think, would know. But I can buy that this random elf lady doesn't know, and most of the random elves.
Yeah. And listen, she just lost her job. She needs comforting. I'm here for her. Okay?
She's gonna start Middle Earth OnlyFans.
This is yet another woman who's lost her job.
And you know what?
Disa lost hers.
Oh, we're gonna get there.
This girl right here is gonna be the one that's gonna hand deliver the rings to Sauron. I bet.
You're probably not wrong. She's already thirsty for him.
Mm-hmm.
And it's listen, if she does do her Middle Earth OnlyFans, I will go to Middle Earth Google and not pay for it. Okay. Let's keep going. So he's going to tell her, what does it mean? It means, where is he? And my problem with the where is he thing, as we get to go across to Adar, is where did Adar ever get the idea that Sauron's in Eregion? Has that ever been established?
Well, the only thing I can infer is later on he says Halbrand is Sauron, right? So somehow he figured out Halbrand was Sauron, and he knew where Halbrand was going. I don't know how he figured that out on his own, or why he let him go if he did, but
I think he always kind of figured out that this is me. I hate defending the show. Jesus Christ. Like, they were kind of implying that he knew that he was Sauron at the very beginning. It was probably piecing 2 and 2 together, but you're right. How did he know that he was going to go to Eregion or anything like that? But I think he's always known that he was Sauron.
Yeah. Then why didn't he kill him when he was there?
Because he probably needed him to go there to make the rings.
Jed,
why?
Plot armor.
My guess.
Plot armor.
Plot armor.
Yeah, that too.
All right, so the dinner party. This is absurd for so many reasons. It's just,
I don't even want to know what's on that table. I don't.
Hey, it's meat, dude. Don't you want meat on the table?
You know what? We watched a woman make meat last night.
That is not my fault. Just because I shared the video, not my fault. Anyway, so this is the first part of this. I think the second encounter is much worse for the character of Galadriel. But in this one, I feel like this is just reestablishing that she still has a girl boner for Sauron.
Oh, yeah.
Is there anything else to this? Besides the introduction of the crown.
No, there was the other thing that somehow Adar also was mesmerized by Sauron, and Sauron gives you whatever the fuck you want. Galadriel wanted an army. Sauron wanted children. No, not Sauron. Adar wanted children.
Yeah.
And again, they called him the Uruk.
But then they say they got the things that he promised them, so why would they want to kill him? It's like, yeah, he gave you what you wanted. Why are you mad?
Not the way you wanted it. Not the way you wanted it.
And the line here, you see, it is not Sauron's lies that must be destroyed. It is Sauron himself.
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
So let's get right to that. So he breaks out the crown. And I remember this from a few weeks ago in another, what we talked about this before. Well, I think it was on the premiere. The crown of Morgoth was reforged into the chains that bound him. Not to mention Morgoth was a fucking size of a mountain. So, is this supposed to be a link of the crown? But here's the problem. Adar says, I was there when they pried the Silmarils from his crown. Is this implying that it was, I don't know.
I don't get how they even do that. And they also mention like where they talk about the thing that Morgoth is trapped in and what's going on there. They don't get into the specifics, but yeah, he has his chains
because they can't.
Yeah,
they're not allowed probably.
They have his chains are there, so they have this. But then if you were around when the Silmarils were pried out, then how? What the fuck?
Well, I just want to point out a basic grammar thing here because that sentence you referred to, Adam. The Silmarils is how you pronounce the plural of Silmarillion, right? But he says when they pried the Silmarils out of its setting, he switched to the singular after saying the plural. And it's just bizarre. But I think the biggest problem with this scene is where he mentions there are many stories about what happened to Morgoth's crown, but this is the truth. Taking a jab at Tolkien, I see it.
You're right. You're right. I agree.
Hey, Tolkien said they got reforged into Morgoth's chains or whatever, but this is real. We changed this because this is the truth, and that's the way that they've justified all of this. And a lot of other shows try to do that, like with The Witcher. They're saying, oh, it's just all up to interpretation, multiple timelines or whatever. If it's different, there's people telling different stories. But this is the truth of how it actually occurred. And it's just insulting to the original creators, saying you're an alternate fake history because of oral tradition muddying.
You're right. I agree with you completely.
It's even more blasphemous because Morgoth's... I at least know this bit about Rings of Power. Or Tolkien lore. Jesus Christ, why am I doing this to myself?
Somebody slap yourself. Slap yourself right now. Slap yourself.
There, happy. Like, Morgoth is also very tied to basically their apocalypse. Like, Morgoth's supposed to return. He's not actually dead. He's just imprisoned right now in an eternal battle with another being that I can't remember its name. Like, they're supposed to come back and finish their final battle. So with Morgoth's crown being around when it's supposed to be enchaining him, that destroys their whole apocalyptic, like, lore
Jeremy,
as well.
Stop adhering to the lore.
No, I'm not. Okay? Because I can't say we're on too many different channels.
Fabulous.
Yeah, these fabulous people, okay, think that they're better than Tolkien when Tolkien thought this shit through. He was very meticulous in every little thing he did. And these guys think they're better than him when we're just... Jed pointed out that they screwed up the goddamn plural and singular.
Yeah.
They're retarded. And they're fabulous. They're Agatha.
Fabulous.
Ooh, that's mean. That's really mean.
Yeah, I'm getting
that's
there.
Mean.
Okay, that's what I have with the show, and I'm not even drunk yet, and I'm angry.
So he's basically going to say, because I had the crown, which I ganked him with, and if we have your elven rings, we can put an end to Sauron.
It's just stacking magic. This reminds me of
That's a good way to
an
put it.
8-year-old. Just and what if like Captain America was in Iron Man's suit and had Thor's hammer and it's the same thing with how the Mithril was created in season 1. It's like a lightning struck a tree that had a Cimmeral in it while a Balrog and an elf were fighting over, and the power of the Balrog, the elf, the Cimmeral, and the lightning fused down into the mountain. And it's just so many things on top of each other that it doesn't actually make sense.
Jed, we did this as a joke, I think either last week or the week before, when we thought that Disa was going to be the one to battle the fucking Balrog by wearing
I still think it's going to happen. I still think she's going to wear at least one ring and sing fighter, because she did sing fight in this episode. I can't wait till we get
that.
I'm wondering if Adar plans on putting the rings on the spokes of the crown, on the spikes.
That's what I was thinking too.
And
can we go back to what the crown looks like?
Of them.
What?
All 10 of them that exist right now.
Go back a little bit to go back to the crown a little bit. I wonder.
I just want him to do the most insane thing at this point, because this show is just like dead to me.
Count the spikes.
Holy shit, we could do it. We could do what Jed just said. There's 3 big spikes. We put a ring on each spike. We then wear the crown.
And then charge him.
Yes, exactly.
Put your head down and spear him.
And the crown itself is supposed to have some sort of properties. So
what they got to do is add in a metal bar in the middle of the crown to hold like this, and it's like brass knuckles.
Why don't we just put a bit between somebody's teeth too to make it sexual? How about that?
Well, they were already going to ram it up his ass anyway, so.
God damn it, Jeremy.
But yeah, I want to see how many small spikes there are, because there's the 3 big spikes for the elven rings, and then a bunch of little spikes for the dwarven rings.
It's
full infinity gauntlet, this thing.
You guys, I wouldn't put it past them to try to do it. All I know is that from what we've seen later on in the trailers, Sauron has his crown and he's using it to duel Galadriel.
Yep.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know how that's going to work.
I haven't even seen the trailers or anything. All I'm imagining is Sauron holding the crown while fucking Galadriel has like a ring and they're just slapping him back and forth.
No, she's got a sword and she swings it while he's going, Anyway.
That's even more retarded.
You know what time it is? It's time to make Numenor great again.
Let's go.
Let's go. The trial of Elendil.
The trial.
The trial of Elendil.
It makes me laugh every time. I'm sorry.
So, make Numenor great again, Farazan, is passing judgment. You're guilty. You're guilty. You're guilty.
Yeah, he's like, you've been banging too many goats. He's like, no.
No.
But now Farazan has a great idea. Since he's one of the faithful, we're gonna judge him by the faithful rules, and the crowd goes, no! It's like a wrestling crowd. Boo!
Oh, they're ready for blood. This crowd is not the same crowd we've seen in any Numenor scenes up to this point.
Oh, no, wait, no. You know why? Because I still have the clip here. It's these guys right here.
They took our jobs! Yeah, they did! Took our jobs! They did! They took our jobs! They took your jobs! They took your jobs, too! They took our jobs! They took your jobs! They took your jobs! Took your jobs!
Yes.
That crowd.
The thing that bothered me here is Elendil was asked here, hey, renounce your crimes and swear fealty to Ar-Pharazôn and you'll be forgiven and released. So he accepts the first thing, though. Denounce your crimes. If he's going to stand up and be brave, whatnot, that's fine. That kind of makes sense with his character at this point. I mean, as much as anything can. Just do that up front, then. Why admit to crimes that you are being falsely accused of, only to then stand your ground to the next question? Just stand up at the beginning.
Because this is a wrestling promo, and he needs to, gesticulate, you're the traitor! You're the traitor! And needs to set it up he's got to do keep his face and make sure that everybody knows that Pharazôn is the heel. That's why.
It's so dumb. Then don't include the first question. Start with, swear your fealty to me and we will forgive you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This whole added question is, do you denounce the crimes that you are accused of? It's like, I do.
Yeah.
And then goes all strong mode. Like, they're so incompatible, his emotions, from 1 second to the next.
We got to side with the lady with the questionable heritage. Okay, the questionable diversity chick. We got to side with her because she's a woman and questionable diversity.
You want to add to that with more racisms? I want to give you a chance here.
No, I'm saving my big racisms for a little bit later.
Oh, okay, I know where
I got one in the chamber.
I think I know where it is.
He yells at Pharazôn Jr. If you had done a better job, wouldn't have do this. So now they're going to feed him to the sea worm to judge him. We'll see if the sea is always right again. He actually does use the line again.
I can't believe he said it.
He said it.
They went away from it for the entirety of the season because they knew how dumb it was.
I have to ask a question once again. I need lore people to answer this for me. Is Seaworm an actual thing?
Not like this that I'm aware, but I do want to point out their great naming convention. We got the Mudworm a couple episodes ago, and now we have the Seaworm.
I want the Fireworm.
Yeah,
that's what the Balrog's gonna be. It's gonna be a Fireworm.
Oh my god!
I gotta say right, Fireworm. It's a Fireworm.
But in actual Lord of the Rings, we have great names for these monsters, like Balrog, and then they just come up with it's a Mudworm.
You have Balrog, but then like your least conventional one is the Watcher, but that's like a more descriptive term because they don't even know what the fuck it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it fits so well for the Watcher. But then the Balrog is wonderful. Smaug. You got all these great fucking names.
Mm-hmm.
Seaworm.
Seaworm.
No, we got the Earthworms, Legatus, and the Hobbit for 2 seconds for no reason.
Anyway, so now we get a moment with Gandalf, not Gandalf, and he's undergoing his training with Tom Bombadil for dealing with the sacred fire. Now, here's my first instance where I say...
it's not sacred fire. It's secret fire.
Secret fire?
It's secret fire. It's dumber. The subtitle said secret.
Yeah.
Well,
it's even dumber.
Anyway, it's purpose. It doesn't matter. My purpose of my comment remains the same. When I was doing this and I watch it, and I mentioned this in my review, this feels like this whole situation, this and then later on at the Orchard of Dead Trees, I feel like they took this right out of Luke and Yoda on Dagobah, where Yoda is where he's trying to say, I need to master this thing, and he says, no, the fire isn't to be mastered, isn't mastered. I feel like it's basically ripping off the Force is your ally. And that's what I heard. I feel like they were lifting. It's basically an exact conversation Luke and Yoda have about the Force on Dagobah. That's what I heard.
There is no try.
I 100% agree, especially with the scene we get later, choosing between a vision of his friends dying and continuing.
You're there. Thank you.
Training. Yep. This whole sequence is Yoda and Luke on Dagobah.
Yep. Thank you. You reached me. You reached me.
I reached around you.
Wow.
Wow, Jed.
Why don't you buy me a necklace first, and then we'll talk.
Okay. That escalated quickly.
It's been a long time. Anyway, now this is just more Tom Bombadil mumbo jumbo speak, trying to make him sound special.
I'm just gonna say this. Just give me Tom Bombadil and Gandalf. Like it's awful, but it's like the least amount of awful. I'd rather have this. That or make Numenor great again. Those are the two tolerable things.
I do want to reply to Monty here since they're catching up from earlier in the discussion. What I meant, I didn't mean that was wrong. I meant that, first of all, that Adar was there is retarded, and also that he's basically implying that that's the crown. That was what I was talking about. I'm not arguing that, of course, Silmarils were pried for Morgoth's crown because that's where they were when he stole them. I'm saying that he's basically implying that this is the crown reforged for Sauron. It's just that's
I think he might be addressing my grammar comment though. With the Silmarils were pried from its setting, then it's grammatically unclear if he's switching over to talk about the crown as the its. But in traditional sense, when you're forging something, the setting is what is being put into something else. You don't say the wall setting, you say the item that is in the wall. So it would still be this plural going to the singular.
After Tom Bombadil does some stupid shit, now we get the only little bit of Frodo Nori and Jemima Mammy.
I gotta be honest. I timed out. I basically quit paying attention through the majority of the scene. All I know is she's talking about a tree.
It's based. I can tell you in 30 seconds. This is our home. I was born in this home. My husband died in this home. I don't want to leave my home. The end.
Which
that's it.
We could gather from previous episodes.
Yeah. All I'm gonna say is, like, I knew the tree and like I was watching, but I blanked out, and then I looked back, and then Fatty and Diverse Dude are kissing, and then I blanked out again.
Oh, this is so. All right, let's go right to that because this doesn't matter. She's like, I want to help. You don't have to help. This is disgusting, right here.
Yeah,
not
my
because
entire
it's
notes
interracial. It's because first
my
of all,
entire notes is just nobody lol. I didn't care about this scene whatsoever.
Yeah, it feels like Poppy's taking advantage of him. Like he can't consent.
I blew past this in my review because I was just I wanted to get through it so quickly. He gives the backstory of his name, and it basically gets revealed he hasn't had a name for literally 95% of his life. His parents first named him 2 years ago.
Because they're so indecisive.
I did not even know that. Like, literally, my rage for these creatures just like spurred and that happened.
I feel like
feels like a predator.
Oh, I feel like this is setting up the whole, like, my parents are indecisive, but I'm going to be decisive about wanting to be with her, and she's going to go with Nori and start the Hobbit somewhere else and find this oasis. And so I'm going to go with her. I'm going to be the first in my family to decide that. I believe that's what they're setting this up for.
This setting works really well, especially if you start noticing, like, most couples like this, in real life.
Here's the thing.
Diverse and fat.
Here's the thing. I can smell both of them across the screen. Secondly, she actually says, did you eat lizard when was the last time you ate lizard for dinner?
Gross.
Ew!
They don't have crest.
I mean, at least go medieval and take bark to brush your teeth like they did in medieval England. Like, you see, at least do that.
Dude, these things are hippie, disgusting, cannibalistic monsters that deserve to be destroyed. Mordor is the correct side in all of this.
This is nasty. It's just who asked for this? Who asked for
what
this?
is that screenshot?
Oh, he's tasting a lizard. He's tasting a lizard, and it's disgusting.
He wants. You know what? I don't even want to say that because I almost threw up myself.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
Okay, this is the last we're going to see of Nori and Barry Muncher for the episode where Nori's questioning everything she did, and then Poppy's just going to say, "Well, if you didn't have your beliefs and helped Gandalf, not Gandalf, everything would be bad. So stick to your beliefs. That's it." Anything else?
Yeah, it's not accomplishing anything. And this scene is what I want to bring up a comment on the entire episode. How much of it is important? Pretty much all the storylines included are completely irrelevant, don't progress anything that we need to know. there's this scene here where you could gather all this from other episodes. The Nori stuff, we know they don't want to leave. That's what we accomplished, is they don't want to leave. Well, we already knew that, so cut that out. Oh, Arondir's tracking the orcs. We already knew that. Cut that out. Pretty much all the storylines have at least a significant portion of them that you can do that with. So it's just a waste of time. I feel like you could 100% skip this episode and not be worse for wear.
Yeah. So this scene right here, he actually quotes, many that died deserve life, some that deserve death. Who are you to give that to them? That's the exact thing that Gandalf said to Frodo in the future.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty close to word for
word. It's more pulling that stuff, and as Jed pointed out, this completes my Star Wars reference for this thing. I had a vision. Can I save them? Yeah, but if you go try to save them, undo everything that they strive for, which is basically what Yoda says to Luke when he wants to go to Bespin. Somebody watched Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi and decided to write this episode, because there's a Return of the Jedi moment when we get to the dwarves that I'm going to harp on.
No, I disagree, okay? Because those movies are good. This is retarded.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Listen, they decide to have us, okay, we're going to go do trial that you failed a bunch of other trials, but now we're going to go do trial. Now we're going to come here to tree of whatever. It's like, well, dark wizard fucker already has a staff, so now it's time for you to find your staff. Go out there and find staff. How? You'll figure it out.
Yep.
Trust
and
the
you know what's going to happen?
fire.
You know what's going to happen? He's going to go back to the tree at Bombadil's house.
Yes.
Probably.
He's going to go there. He's going to stroke that branch. Go like, oh yeah.
This is just it's just going to be a full-on Harry Potter Ollivander scene where he's just trying out different sticks and they fail until he finds the one.
Oh my God. Yeah. And
that's
now
what's going to happen.
Bombadil's gone.
You're a wizard. Stranger.
You're a wizard now, Gandalf.
That would be great if that's when he finds out the name.
That's my name. It feels right. I like that. Okay.
They were doing that whole thing of the moment you find your staff, you'll figure out your name. So
you know what? This is all a subtle message about masturbation.
Yes.
Yeah.
But are you jerking yourself off, or you're jerking off somebody else?
Well, it's about puberty. You know, when it'll happen when it happens, when you find your staff, and you'll know. You'll know it feels right when you hold on to it real tight.
You know what? You're right. Can I just say something about this scene? They said put your beard into it.
Yeah,
that was an actual quote.
I think I missed that.
Yeah, it was inspirational quotes from the foreman to get the guys working. The subtitle said bread, though. It sounded like beard, but the subtitle said put your bread into it. It was bizarre.
They're delivering the riches, which are instantly cleared out in the next scene.
Well, they're already fitting them into crowns and coins and cups and everything. They're doing a lot of this really quick.
Yeah.
What's the time of this show? We
Shit,
cut
you're right.
the Galadriel conversation in
all
half, and so much is happening in that conversation, in between that cut conversation. How much time has passed? Anatar gets to and from Khazad-dum.
Well, listen, he is Sauron. He can teleport. Okay.
Well, at least enough the people around him can take it seriously.
Yeah.
Wait. I'm even more confused now. So Gold's disappeared because of bad editing. Where the fuck's Sauron? He should be right there. Are they gonna try to argue?
He's right here. He's right here. He's right here.
You would see him, you fuck
right here.
Everybody would fucking see. Goddamn, during the fucking third would be like, I'm right here. I obviously can see him. No, you can't. You don't know who the fuck's coming out. No, he's right there.
He's right there. He's right there.
He was right there the whole time, Derby. You didn't see him? You didn't see him?
You didn't see him? Oh my God, you didn't see him? He's right there.
Just open your eyes.
See, now, I think that Durin the Fourth is most angry because Sauron is a boyfriend stealer.
Mm-hmm.
And he's afraid when Femron comes back, he'll only have eyes for Sauron too. Just like Celebrimbor. That's what I feel like. This isn't anger at his dad. This is anger at don't you take my boyfriend. Now, I find this whole speech here, we need Mithril. Can you give us Mithril? And when he says no, after he goes away bad, I don't want to skip by it though. When he tells him to, when he rejects him, because I want to freeze it right on the moment. When he says no, you're not gonna get it. Here it comes. Wait for it. Fuck that.
Yep.
Why?
Yeah.
Fuck that. That is. So it's like basically, hear me, Balrog. Wake up now. That's what I interpret this as.
So that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Sauron is trying to make a timber deal so that he can anger the Ettins and also wake up the Balrog from them overmining the mountain.
Yeah.
At the same time.
I don't like this scene because it's implying that the Balrog is fire when the Balrog is shadow that looks like fire.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's true.
It's retarded.
And are they also saying now that the Balrog is going to wake up because Sauron told him to in
That's
revenge,
what I
rather
interpreted
than
it as.
because it's the dwarves who delve too deep?
I interpreted it exactly as that, Rachel. I interpret it as Sauron is now telling the Balrog, "Hey, little buddy, it's time.
Hey,
Come
little
on."
buddy. Hey, little fella.
What's it been doing since it woke up at the end of season 1?
Do you really want me to answer that?
Yes.
Masturbation. He's been asleep for a long time. All right.
Does that mean he caught a shiny, or
When
is he
you wake,
just like
listen.
Cloud?
Whenever we wake up, it's a wake before we are. Okay.
But
So
Adam, here's a serious question: did he finish, or is he like Cloud?
why don't you go check for us?
Okay.
Okay.
Nobody else gets the joke but you. That's the sad thing.
I think ABF knows that one.
So Observe says that some say he noticed / felt the Balrog just get summoned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was one of the things Adam was
Yeah.
saying. Yeah. He
Yeah.
said, "Hey, buddy, it's
Okay, gotcha.
time."
Yeah. So this, I hated this, and he's gonna leave, and he knows this, and now Durin's gonna basically say, "Dad, I love you. I'm so glad you're normal." But then Durin the Third goes, "No, we're gonna be the new make Khazad-dum great again military industrial complex. We are gonna make weapons for everybody, mithril for everybody. We're just gonna produce tons of weapons of war. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great."
Love this scene. I love
Great.
that part.
And
It's like,
he's like, "Why would you do this?" And they try to hold up. They do the whole thing. You're not wearing the ring. The ring is wearing you. That it's basically that. And he's going to try and take it off his hand in a second here. And when he does it, that looks like a force push to me.
Mm-hmm.
That looks like bad wire work to me.
That's very true.
It's a force push. It's just boom, force push. If Alf was here, this would set him off on a tangent of these are not how the rings work. So that's not how the rings work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're not the Superman as soon as you put on a ring.
Yeah, you don't have force push. You don't have super strength. They're rings of domination, is what they are. The rings of they're rings of suggestion and stuff like that.
To dominate you, huh?
I am going to hurt you one day.
That's what he wants.
I know, that's the sad part. Liz, is your dermaranth wig anywhere near you right now? Are you touching it in any way, shape, or form to talk like that? Oh God. Yeah, it's right there. Yeah, I know.
Oh man.
I knew it. I knew it was right there. I knew it was there. Anyway, now he's gonna be all sad, and I love this part now because now it's once again time for Disa to bully him and yell at him and talk about we have to fight back against the man. We need to go and have a protest in the mine. She basically says that. Let's go have a protest in the mine to make him attack us.
Peacefully and patriotically, though.
Yes.
Yeah, they had their full BLM
Damn,
protest.
Your head is in that.
You're doing great.
My head's in a very bad spot right now,
is.
to be perfectly honest with you.
She's
I've lost all
so power hungry here. This is
Yeah.
psycho bitch territory.
She's gonna yell at him so much he starts to cry.
That's what I hate about this scene, because in the previous season, he was so proud that when he argued with his father, he couldn't bring himself to like go and talk to him. Where's that proud dwarf?
He's been beaten down and dominated by his bitch wife.
Yeah,
He's a crying little bitch baby now.
And
Yes,
here
exactly.
is
Awful.
my second Star Wars reference, because now he's going to go off. I can't do this. I can't stop my father. He's still good inside. It's basically Luke talking to Obi-Wan. There's still good in him, Ben. I can still see I can't attack my own. I can't kill my own father.
There's no good left in him.
That's what
There's
this is.
no good left in anyone. But yeah, that's 100% that same conversation.
Yeah, it's Return of the Jedi right here.
At least Disa doesn't keep yelling. I half expected her to keep yelling as soon as she saw he was crying
Fucking
and make fun of him for it.
Get the fuck up.
Basically.
Instead, she's going to decide to sing later.
And yeah, she just starts manipulating him instead of yelling at him.
Is it
Still very
singing or is
abusive.
it yelling?
relationship.
Yep.
Little people have big feelings.
Whatever happened to their kids, by the way?
They sent them to
work in the mines.
She locked him in their rooms and forgot about him.
Well, they did. They were buying him a present last time, weren't they?
Oh, okay.
There was that, and then they refused to eat food.
Hold on. I had one last thing for the Disa scene.
Yeah.
So she says at one point, "I love him as much as you do because God knows he was more of a father to me than my own father." Of course, the Black Dwarf has a deadbeat dad.
Yeah,
went down to the market for some mithril and never came back.
I went down there for some of that great fucking
fine grade mithril. That fine grade mithril dust.
I could not remember the fucking the weed, pipe weed. Went down for some pipe weed and never came back.
Went out to get some scratchies.
She's saying that she's 100% justified in feeling the way she does because she loves his father as much as he does.
Bullshit, bitch! You're trying to subvert him.
Yeah, that's
Cause
not
a rebellion.
Was that not what you had in the chamber, Dermy? That's what I thought you were talking about this whole time.
No, I have some worse ones coming.
Okay,
up.
so hidden big tit sister McGee is now pleading with Elendil to just do what Pharazôn says. Just do what Pharazôn says. And I mean, I made an inappropriate joke that she hugged him too tightly when they were on the ground. I made an inappropriate joke.
Yeah,
I don't.
That's not the way father-daughter hold each other. I felt uncomfortable in this scene.
Yeah,
I made it looks like they're gonna kiss.
Yeah, I also I made inappropriate jokes in my review, and I don't regret it.
Help me, stepdad. I need your assistance.
Yeah, I know. Damn it, Dermy. Don't. Let's not go OnlyFans on this. I think no, more accurate. Let's not go Brazzers on this. That's a more accurate term. Let's not go Brazzers on this. But here we go. She says, "My lord Pharazôn said my words would be deaf to your ears because you don't love me anymore. So I'll bring in the only woman that you do love now, your favorite ship. Here comes.
That's right. Bring in the black woman and boss him around.
Here comes Blindy McBlind to ugly cry. Are you ready for ugly crying?
How the fuck did you get there?
To be fair, she can't tell she's ugly crying. She can't see herself.
Can't you feel? I would feel the ugly cry. With the snot and the tears, I'd feel it. It'd be disgusting. Anyway, this is just shipping. That's all this is. It's shipping. Do as I say. No, I have to do as I do. And it's really stupid because he's trying to be manly here, okay? I'm going to pay for my crime, as it were. I'm going to take the sentence put upon me, and I will go and be tested by the Valar and the Sea Worm. Now,
yeah. All
things aside, great, all right? He is going to go forward and be a man about it. That's going to get taken away from him real soon.
This was the "C is always right" moment, I think, too.
Yep, he'll say. Got to remember right there. The "C is always right."
Yeah.
Is Elendil allowed to do nothing? Even in season 1, every heroic moment he could have had was taken from him by somebody else.
And this will be taken from him by ethically diverse queen. Okay, we're here. It's time to open a new shaft for Mithril.
Oh,
but
yes.
When they turned the corner and saw her there, I just burst out laughing.
Yeah, same.
And she turns around, and I knew she was going to sing. I'm like, I think myself,
immediately knew the song fight was coming.
Now I thought she was going to.
This isn't singing. This is a black bitch just yelling for her protest, going like, "Ah! Ah!"
Well, she turned on.
This isn't singing.
She turned on her Batman device that summoned all the bats.
I thought she was going to do a dark side banshee wail. You know, because there is a dark side
Mm.
ability called Banshee Whale. I thought that's what she was going to do, and they would be like, "Oh God, we're being pushed back by the force of her whale." But you know, if I still had, I re-edited this without the audio. You actually know what?
This is
I
a
can
prime
actually-
example of
I'll
black
get it.
women
Hold on a
angry.
second.
Okay, and what happens when black women get angry?
Jeremy, tell us
Angry
what that's
black
like. As I
women
get
yelling.
this. Hold on a second.
Angry black women yelling. You know, everybody sees it all the time. They just start screaming, yelling, shouting. They make all sorts of crazy noises, and then people just run away because they don't want to deal with it.
It's not working. Why isn't it working?
Jesus
God
Christ,
damn
Adam.
it. I didn't expect it to do this. I don't want to have to go to the actual review because then you'll see. I had the clip. My Camtasia's not opening. It's being retarded. It's loading forever. There we go. I got it. I got it. Keep going. Keep going.
Probably when I was talking about black women are yelling.
Wait, what?
What Jess said in chat is kind of interesting.
Oh.
Sweet Jesus, what did I walk into? Says Dre. And then what?
Dre's here. Hi, Dre. You know what? This will be perfect because then
I said this earlier, but bats in the lore are related to vampires, which are evil. Of course, so Disa is evil. Well, Disa's always been evil.
I don't
Most
get
black
how
women are.
singing summons bats, though.
Because it wasn't
how could you
singing,
make
it was
sure they were there?
screeching. She was screeching.
Well,
Okay.
Jed, are
Only
you
the
like
bats could
a
hear
bat singing
that.
expert? How would you know?
It's a fair point.
Well,
I don't
she,
think
was- she
anyone
was
is
she was
singing
screeching at such a high pitch, okay, that the bats resonated with it and understood immediately at the supersonic level that they needed to come down and go fight off the workers, okay?
all right,
Because
it wasn't supersonic or hypersonic. It was this.
Good close flirt.
What is this?
I think I
Batman.
understand. I think I understand. She has been terrorizing these bats for decades, eating them, slaughtering them, and trained them to fear her scream. That the moment they hear it, they immediately take flight and try to escape the mountain. They're finding the closest tunnel that they can dive down and just get as far away from her bloodthirsty class.
That is a theory I can get behind, Jed.
Yeah, I believe it.
That's why she's so
I'm
fat.
still-
She eats only bat meat.
Yeah, I like that idea too, but I still stand by the fact that they think this is actual like activism and protesting. So we're just gonna yell and flap our arms and go.
Here it goes again.
So bad.
It's
But
so
wouldn't these dwarfs be familiar with these bats enough to not be afraid of them? Like they run away screaming, but they don't attack like Disa or Durin, so they're not dangerous.
Here's the other thing. If they have been getting ready to mine this, I think they would have cleared the bats out.
Yeah.
These are professionals. When you're starting a new mine shaft, you clear all the beasties out. You don't leave the beasties around because they're unpredictable.
Yeah. There's no way that the scene makes sense. At best, the orcs should have just ignored them.
It kind of
Ignored
reminds
that.
me of the Indiana Jones Sean Connery scene where he's getting the pigeons to fly up into the prop plane.
Yep.
Oh,
You know
fuck
what,
you,
though?
Durin. Fuck
With
you.
She goes, I love you. No time for loving.
No, she says, "Love me later."
Yeah, love me later.
And
But
she,
you know
like,
what? This
snaps
makes
it at him.
sense. This makes sense as to why her dad was gone. Because she's Batman now. So her dad died when she was a kid after leaving a theater.
No, she's Fat Man.
That's what happened.
Nah. So now they're
Maybe she
ready.
ate them.
Oh,
Yeah, you're
God.
right.
She ate her parents.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Well,
God, she's Big Mama.
ew, she is big enough. That's for damn sure. So now they're going to be ready for rebellion. And that's it for dwarves in the episode. Guess what, guys? We're over halfway done.
They're having.
only?
I'm telling you, this is BLM.
No,
protest
actually,
right
we're about 60% done.
there. Oh, here's the moment.
Here we go. I have a couple of things I could say about this while we're in here. So we already referenced it. So we'll skip ahead. Here he comes. I'm ready to do my duty, but no, I will steal your agency. I will do this for you. Jed, you're absolutely right. He doesn't get to do anything.
Not even season 1.
Yeah.
But I just want to point out, so the evil snake monster, ocean sea worm, that's terrorizing ships, nearly killed Sauron and Galadriel and whatnot, is working for the Valar and is able to make determinations on their behalf, and it listens to horns.
Aren't there more than one? Is it
Jed, what you're failing to understand is this. It was trying to stop the entire show from happening and taking out the biggest
It's the real
problems.
hero.
Yes, it's the real hero.
It's the real hero.
Now,
is this all of Numenor again? Just the 20 people
Apparently.
that exist here?
There was more people in that goddamn courtroom.
Yeah.
I just want to point out, where does the sea snake or whatever get into this little cove?
I guess there's underneath
a little baby tiny hole.
It's going to use tentacles.
You know, it's coming from the back door, not the front.
It's gonna grab
That water would be a lot more tumultuous if there was a big opening.
Now, I will say this. Let's just get right to it. The CGI is not bad on the beastie.
Yeah.
The beastie looked okay.
Mm-hmm.
And we could sort of see it through the
the overlay.
Text, the overlay. Thank you. We could sort of see it. It's not bad. But there it is. That's a good shot. It's okay. I have no problem with the beastie.
I don't know what it's trying to be. Those tentacles are all over the place.
Okay, now here's this. So,
hentai.
God damn it, Jeremy. Now watch this. Okay, so he's about to announce she's guilty when, of course, she's not going to be. But now they should all be goddamn wet.
Yes.
As that splashed up, and they altered it too. Now that I look at it, I didn't notice before. What happened to the steps?
Oh, from the aerial view? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
I think I can kind of see them. I can kind of see them, but
I can't see them anymore.
Well, they should all be wet. Everybody's perfectly dry.
But this is just proof that the freaking sea worm doesn't like dark meat.
That's pretty good. But it just spat her back out.
I disavow, but I accept it.
When I was watching this for the first time, I actually thought that there was a chance that she would come back out of it with sight.
Oh,
wow!
It wouldn't have surprised me.
That never occurred to me.
But I just want to point out that scene with her under the water with the sea worm looks almost identical to the one from the first episode with Sauron. Staring down the sea worm. So did he pass the sea worm trial that she just went through?
No, because it never got near him. It kind of went around him. It didn't actually.
Well, it didn't kill him,
but it didn't touch him. It touched her.
Okay. Is that the qualifying factor?
I don't know. Now, look, there's paving here. Let's go back a second. Look.
That's
no paving.
Concrete.
There's no paving.
Mm-hmm.
Where did it go?
This shot's probably CGI, and they forgot to add it.
You're right. Very, very. You're probably absolutely right.
Because those people look fake as shit when you look at them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They look like standees.
They didn't have the money. Well, actually, they did have the money because they wasted a lot of their money for an aerial shot on a helicopter. So yeah, you're right. Where's the paving? Where's the steps? Where is everything? Anyway, all right. So she's been judged.
Why didn't she bash her head? That was a hard blow that she took.
Jed, it gently put her down underneath the.
Oh, okay. And it put her up pretty high up. If you go back a second, she's pretty far from the water when Elendil gets to her.
Yeah.
It's a very helpful sea worm.
And now she's the queen of the sea.
Apparently.
Now the steps are back, too.
Yeah.
I thought this trial was just to say you won't be punished for your crimes, but apparently it's like the eagle where it helps with monarchies.
Well, it's like a biblical thing, too, I guess.
If it had been Elendil, would he now be king of the sea? If it had been him?
Yeah.
No, he's a man.
Oh,
is he?
Right. Is he?
So does sea worm override eagle in sea worm overrides eagle?
Well, no, she's the queen of the sea, but he's the king of Numenor.
Oh, queen of the sea, king of the land. Make beautiful.
Yeah, all she can do is go try to swim, but I don't know how well that's actually going to work out.
She can't see where she's going.
Dude.
Yeah.
She's just ethnically ambiguous. She's not black.
Okay.
Well, Jeremy said she can't swim.
No, I implied it. I didn't say it.
Fabulous. Anyway, all
I mean, she just sank.
Yeah, that's a completely different backdrop than that scene when the wave comes up. It's completely different.
Yeah, it is.
It's completely different. I wish I had noticed that in my review. I was just focused on the wave not hitting everybody, and I just wanted to be done with it. Damn. But that's what this is for. Secondary commentary. And now we're done with making Numenor grading. Oh, I'm sorry. R. Farazan, excuse me. He now needs to have his own vision of Halbrand.
Got a little Eye of Sauron.
Yeah, because he starts seeing the Eye of Sauron, but
no, that's Mount Doom. That's Mount Doom.
I know, but I think it's supposed to make you think of it. There's a lot of it's not actually the eye, but you're supposed to think of the eye.
That's Mount Doom.
Well, but when it's in the actual Palantir, that's
right.
famous. That's how the Palantir looks a lot of the time in the Lord of the Rings movies. When
Sauron's how is this happening?
All right, so question.
Does Sauron have a Palantir and is communicating with them, or what the?
It's up his ass.
It's prophecy device. It's now just crystal ball things.
All right, so I'm going to put this out there now. Is this now going to be the instigating factor for Numenor to invade Middle Earth and go after Sauron?
What? Maybe. We still got to find out why they're going to go for the Valar or for the Undying Lands.
I don't think this is going to be why they go after Sauron. I think this is going to be why he wants to maybe get Sauron back and Halbrand back. And he goes like, you know what? We kicked that poor man off. Maybe we should actually bring him back.
Maybe, Anatar is going to show up back on Numenor, and that's where season 3 Sauron's going to be.
Well, here's the question. Do we even see Numenor again in the season?
Last episode.
Yeah, probably a little bit. There's a lot to do in that final episode when the battle's not happening, because there's not going to be a whole lot of battle in the final episode, I think.
Oh, you know what? I mean, I know that's supposed to probably be Mount Doom, but I wonder if he's going to look again or think that's actually a forge, and he's going to learn that the rings are being made, and he wants to resume total control over Numenor and then try to go get a ring for himself.
Do they even know about the rings?
No, they don't even know.
That's
what she's saying is through the Palantir or something.
Yeah.
Which Sauron is manipulating, right?
How do you get that from watching a volcano fart?
I don't know. And Jessica's right. These are not fortune-telling machines. They are communication machines. That's it.
I got to be honest. Every single time we get those, like that lava thing, all I'm thinking is it's a volcano farting.
Well, you are gassy, so you do think about that stuff.
I don't know what it looks like after you have Taco Bell, man.
That is disturbing.
Yuck. All right. Now, I love this scene because this is the dumbest Galadriel has been all season. She tells Adar everything.
Without hesitation.
Yeah, with no prompting. It's just, here's how the rings work. Here's how I gave the ring away. Let's work together.
My ring's name is Nenya, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna do all this together. It's gonna be great, and we're gonna save the world together. And
trying to team up with Adar. That's absolutely what Galadriel would do. Let's join with the army of orcs.
To be fair, let's really think this through, though. Let's think this through. Is it a bad move to team up with Adar? Because all he wants is protection for his people. He's like, listen, you know what? We said it last time we were doing this. All he wants is his people to be happy, healthy in the Southlands. Leave us the fuck alone. Okay, just leave us alone.
You just opened that up, though. All right, Dermy, you just opened the door where I was going to go through next. He says, all right, fine. Let's say we work together. We defeat Sauron, this and that. Are you going to leave us alone, you high and mighty elves? Because we just want peace.
We're going to kill for it.
Well, the entire season starts off with Sauron saying, let's enslave Mordor. And all the orcs are like, yeah, let's enslave them. Fuck them. And then he's like, oh, but there's going to be casualties. Then they're like, nah, never mind.
Yeah.
The orcs want to kill. Like
they're evil.
Yeah.
They're evil.
Are they really? Are they? Yeah, they're misunderstood.
Dermy, just because you see yourself in them doesn't make them acceptable.
You don't want to know what I see on Sunday night.
Yeah, Dermy, he's not saying you see yourself in them like woke people see themselves in characters. He says you see yourself inside of them.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they're bent down in front of me.
Listen,
yeah.
I think Dermy could make it work with Orc Wife who had the baby. I think he can make it work. Dermy could find a way.
Finally, a woman in his league.
Yeah.
God damn.
I'm sorry. That
was vicious. That was vicious.
I didn't mean it. I'm sorry.
You meant it. You meant it.
No. Don't backtrack, Jed.
Don't take it back. Don't take it back. You got listen. You know the horrible things.
That was a good one. I have to. That's a good one.
And he's basically here it is. Like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna kill us all after that. You're high and mighty elves. Morally gray bullshit. Just morally gray bullshit. We need to be left alone. What's good is bad. What's bad is good. And here we go. She's now going to do the whole, you can't do it. Sauron's going to betray you. It's a trap. He just wants your army, this and that. And we got this. We got the many faces, as I call it, of Galadriel. And here, I had at least 12 screen caps because like all of us who review this, or at least watch it, we wait for the Morfydd Clark screen caps.
I think these are some of the best ones ever.
We look for them. And when I realized what was happening, I went back and I was just tapping the pause to get the screen caps. And these, out of the 12 or 15 I got, these were my favorite 3.
I'm gonna look at this scene through Adar's eyes.
There's no morphing here. This is all her.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at the scene through Adar's eyes real quick. All he sees is a crazy bitch starting to freak the fuck out and say, "You're playing right into his hands. You're playing right into his hands." What the fuck are you doing? You were just calm and normal a minute ago. Now you look like this creature.
I mean, she really does morph into crazy looking bitch.
She's Gollum.
She would make a great orc.
Yeah, I mean, how do you get eyes like that? And her that mouth, it's like,
what makes it so much worse is she's not even screaming in the scene. Like, her volume is raised, but it's not full on screaming. Like, what she says and the way she says it does not match these facial expressions at all.
Yeah.
She's morphed into Halbrand right at the end of season 1. His face looked a lot like that.
Is this her O face?
Why don't you go find out for us? You Jeremy, take that hit for us.
I'll take that hit. I'll take that hit.
You go take that hit. I'll go deal with elf assistant who's hotter than her. But yeah, so I originally my thumbnail was going to be Disa singing, and then I got to this point of the episode and I realized, oh, it's Morfydd Clark time with facial expressions. How can I not? How can I pass it up? And now remember, this is also I've also raised the lighting on this 3 times. It was so dark. This is 3 times to get so that we could actually see it.
Maybe they were trying to cover it up.
Maybe.
Dre actually might have a point in the chat. This is her on the toilet.
She's fighting for her life.
Holding on tight. Just
she had 300 pounds of Taco Bell, says Dre.
She had some slimy fish.
You know, oh God. This is kind of why sometimes you need handle grips on your toilet for this kind of expression.
This is why you go to the big bathroom for the handicapped people, because there's rails.
There's always room. Well, listen. No, listen. I ain't doing that in public. Not something that fierce. Not something that fierce. I'm not doing something that fierce.
I only do that in public.
That's full. What's his bucket? Dumb and Dumber, the original.
So I love this. Thank you, Morfydd Clark, for providing us with countless thumbnails. I am saving these because they're glorious. We thank you for being you. And I mean, really, she can go from resting bitch face to insane cow in 2 seconds. 2 seconds. All right, let me get this back up.
More than 2 seconds.
More than 2 seconds. Well, I would need more than 38 seconds. I would need more because I don't see it. Anyway, so there we go. She's going to scream and shout, "How dare you!" Now, I'm pretty unimpressed by his army here.
I was too. He was like, "Look how vast it is," and like 7 campfires lit up.
Yeah, it's very pretty synchronized fire lighting.
Yeah. From no fire to sudden fire. That is not enough of an army to siege a city like that.
Well, this Eregion it is.
Maybe
20 people that live there. It's plenty.
Okay. All right. She's gonna have the freak out, and now here's why I say, there it is, right there. I love it. Oh, look at that. She's so crazy. Now here's why I say that I think he's gonna lose the trust of his orcs, because orc that just wants to have peace is hesitant to give him the horn. And he's like, just give it to me. And I think that this is how Sauron's going to sweep in and say, look, your father sent you to death. I'm here to help you. Yet, and I could see Jed about to say it, there's been no buildup for this at all. None. It's all coincidence.
No setup and payoff.
No.
What I was going to say is Rachel's comment in the chat is fantastic. The campfires are lit. Mordor calls for aid.
That's pretty good.
That is
Had
good.
a goblin light them instead of a hoblet.
A hoblet?
What?
Man, you're in good form tonight. A hoblet.
See, this is why I can't say words. Words me do gold.
Good job, Jeremy.
Words
We're
me
really
do
proud
gold.
of you.
Okay, the army's getting ready,
We know
but
do
now we get the final pimp temptation of
This is just all this.
of Celebrimbor.
Can we just jump there? Because
We are jumping there. Now, he cuts his hand here. Anybody know why he cuts his hand?
wait, did he
Blood
cut his hand, or
magic.
did he just start playing with his hand?
No,
he
put a blade through it.
Yeah, he sliced his
it
hand
was
open.
intentional. But yeah, this is just basic understanding of magic. You have to use blood magic. That way you know it's evil. Blood means
Oh,
evil.
I see.
He's bad
Huh.
guy.
That's
That's all the thinking was here. But yeah, more Sauron's power level being entirely inconsistent.
So here comes the almost breakup. He hears shit going on outside. Everybody's freaking out. It's war, it's war, it's war. We're under attack. He's going to go, but no, you can't go out. You can't go out. I'm tired of you manipulating me. He's going to go so far as to push him. Here comes. Leave me alone. There it is. There it is.
See,
You know we haven't commented on yet? What the fuck is with the bow hair?
Oh, the stands love it so much.
They have been touching themselves over that, man.
People have renamed their accounts based on this.
I got
hair bow.
blocked by one today.
Wait, there's actually people that like the bow hair.
Yeah, there one lady changed her account name to Sauron's hair bow enthusiast.
Wait, is that what?
Listen.
Oh, wait. Hang on. Are you saying that that's where he got the mithril?
I don't know if that makes sense because
He was there. He could have
It's probably
stolen
true.
stuff.
I 100% believe that might be the case here. But according to the show's logic, you actually need mithril to make the rings.
Yeah, and he was there, so he could have stolen some.
Yeah,
I think
I just assumed he stole.
Yeah, so did I. I just assumed he stole
Sauron
it.
magic.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna say here, because I'm so broken inside. If man buns are gay, this is 100% feminine bullshit, gayer than the goddamn dude from Agatha.
That's saying
That's pretty
something.
gay.
Because that twink is gay.
Melody Mac words.
Fabulous.
Many Mac words.
Fabulous.
Fabulous.
All right, so Celebrimbor is going to go outside. He's saying he tries to basically say all the dooms of the future will be on you if you go outside that door.
Which is so dumb. He can take a break because he doesn't have mithril, so he can't actually forge them. So let him take a break. It does nothing.
This scene gets even dumber. Okay, he didn't fully look outside, but he could tell that it was night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He can tell that the sun is down and the moon is up. And then what happens next is completely retarded. How? How are you get this that fucked up?
Because power levels.
Because
he's in his head.
Comfey's here.
Oh, god damn it, Ted.
Yeah.
I didn't. That never occurred to me.
Oh, Stan's put that in my head.
Really?
Yeah.
So now,
Especially when he opens his eyes in a second.
Yeah, sure. Blame the stands.
And now it's ethically diverse Eregion is okay.
Business as usual. Look how pretty everything is.
Yeah,
it's great.
Children are playing.
Hey!
Children are playing. The two twinks are painting.
Those are twinks.
Those are twinks. You know,
I thought
those
that was
are
a
twinks.
girl, actually.
No, those are twinks.
No, both dudes.
No, see, look at all the diverse children. Look at that.
And of course, even the black child elf can't have
Dre,
elf hair.
Dre, are you still here? Dre, we need you to describe that nappy hair. Why can't he just have nice hair? Why does he have to have?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because that
baby
costs
fur?
money, and they don't have that in the budget.
So the diverse children are happy. I think there's going to be a diverse couple going to say I love you, but now it's going to come out. Oh, it's okay.
Wait, then why was it so bad? Why was it so bad for him to walk out there?
Yeah, you're just going to confuse him and make him feel like he's being manipulated by screaming at him, "Don't you dare leave." Oh yeah, everything's fine.
No, because he's going to play on his ego, Jed. You're going to make something greater than the Silmarils. You're going to make the rings. The Silmarils will be forgotten, and all you remember are your rings. Here, take your grandfather. Take this fine bit of mithril I got for you. It's the finest grade. One sniff, and you'll be knowing everything that your grandfather knew and better.
This is also the scene where he says when people write about this age, they'll call it the Silmarillions. Or the Silmarillion.
And this is the second time he says precious too, is in this scene.
I missed it. I completely missed it.
I didn't even pick up on the precious.
I missed the precious. I missed it. I would have said it in my review if I saw it. So
shit. After you did that whole thing with the
it's
fucking
drugs.
Mithril, it's literally drugs, especially when he goes
drugs.
like, it's fine powdered mithril.
It's literally drugs, man.
Yeah.
Literally drugs.
I'm surprised he didn't smell it to check how good it was, you know?
That would have been glorious.
Yeah.
That would have been glorious. But now take
in the teeth.
Great. Yeah.
No, this is an Agatha. This is an Agatha. Where they
some of the stands are saying that workshop hammer is what's going to be made out of the material for the Ring of Power.
The One Ring?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Maybe. I mean, if they use Galadriel's dick dagger for the 3 Elven rings, might as well use the hammer for the one.
Here's
the hammer that made the
question.
Silmarils. Yeah. God damn, I wouldn't be surprised now that you mentioned it. Shit.
I wouldn't be surprised if somehow they make all these interconnecting stories, add in ingredients for the One Ring. Like the Balrog's blood, he puts it in the ring formula. Oh, something in Numenor, maybe the blood of the sea worm, and maybe a Harfoot or the disease that those Mad Max
foot of the Harfoot.
Just throw a Harfoot of the Harfoot. Get nobody. No, go get nobody. Grab him by his goddamn bushy hair and just throw him in the Mount Doom.
Wow, Jeremy, control your racism.
That's racist.
No, I'm doing that because he's a Harfoot or a Hobbit creature thing.
Oh, because of his race, huh?
Yeah, because of his race. Not his skin color. I mean the Hobbit people.
Cancel Dermy for yet another reason. So he's going to send it back inside.
Yeah, I'm racist to hobbits. Fuck me. Wait.
So now, basically, here's the setup. Celebrimbor now must rush to make the 9 rings of men while a war is going on overnight, essentially.
That's not going to help.
But he doesn't know there's a
good
war.
job.
But it's still the whole idea of it is that it's a rush job.
Yeah, it's not going to help Sauron get what he wants.
So is Sauron able to manipulate the sound in the forge?
There's the diverse couple.
Because is Sauron going to be able to manipulate the sounds in the forge?
Oh yeah, so he can't hear the battle.
Yeah, so he can't hear the battle.
From what we tell in the trailers, this is where we're going to get Celebrimbor going all the time. He's gonna be losing his shit.
But if he's forging the ring and everything, and he's like, but it's peaceful outside, but it's not. He hears all this stuff. Should he? How is this all gonna play out? What's your plan, Sauron? Your power level makes no sense. So what's your plan? Why did the fuck you do any of this when you got ganked, whatever? You got stabbed. What stopped you then? Whatever. Janked, whatever.
Okay. Shank.
But for this scene here, I just want to point out the stands are drooling over this shot, this transition we're going to see right here. They think it's the greatest thing ever, and I feel like it's revolutionary. I've seen this in 1,000 shows before. It's interesting. It's not bad. They do a good job with it, but it's not the greatest thing ever. And
one thing they'll point out too is that his outfit just changed to black too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Very, very deep stuff here. But I actually saw the behind the scenes of this transition. They did it in real time using the volume. So that's how they did that effect where it goes from day to night was the volume.
Yeah.
Well, they cheated. They cheated, but that's like a good idea to use the volume for something like that. And then
now
we get the orc music.
This scene right here where the projectiles are flying through the air, actually kind of cool looking.
Yeah, it's
the orcs got there very quick, but yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
The actual scene.
All right, launch. Let the war begin. Listen, she likes that. She's into that. Okay.
Oh yeah.
They just put her back.
Well,
in
no,
the
she's
tent.
only into that if it's Sauron doing it.
Hey, she could think about it. And there's episode as things. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. Got to get the crashing happen.
Yep.
Sorry. There we go.
And it's obvious CGI, but it's actually decent looking CGI.
But that's what CGI is for.
Yeah.
That's what it's for, to do something
only
like that.
Because
that you
it's
can't...
dark as shit. If it were during the day, I don't think it would look good.
You're probably right.
We're done.
Oh,
thank God.
New record for us.
I would. It would probably not look good from them, but if you take a look at like Peter Jackson when they were doing the, I can never remember the name of the battle, but outside of Gondor.
Yeah, the Battle of the Fields of Pelennor.
Yeah,
Pelennor Fields.
When there's a really good shot of like that, all those being CGI, but when Gondor's launching the debris and stuff and all the broken buildings, there's that really good shot of the one coming down on the really fucked up orc guy and him just looking sidestepping. That looks good. These guys don't have that capability, but
no,
that was still day-ish.
But yeah, so there it is. Nothing. I mean, events happened, but really, this is another empty episode of actual.
It could be 10 minutes tacked on another episode.
But
yeah,
this is modern writing through and through.
Yeah.
I know we're talking about Rings of Power, but take what we saw here and take Agatha. What happened in Agatha? Jack shit. What happened here? Really nothing. This is modern writing. You pile up your beginning, stretch it out as long as possible. Then your last 2 episodes or last episode is where you do all the actual revelation of shit that you have hinted, and then it's really nothing ties together in the middle. Like the middle parts can always just be cut out. What the fuck's going on with the ends? Nothing.
That was pure look. Entwives. Did you want to see Entwives? Because Peter Jackson didn't do it, so we did it.
Do you think we'll see the Entwives again?
No.
I thought we would, but
that's back in the Southlands, man. Are
we going to see Isildur again?
I wonder about that.
No.
I wonder.
And Theo.
Remember
Isildur's new.
You're not going to see Theo again.
Remember, they yeeted Isildur from the last 2 episodes of last season, so he might be done.
I don't know if they like Isildur. It feels like the showrunners don't actually like him.
Here's
as
the thing.
A character.
Here's the thing. I'm going to go back to what we talked about when we were dealing with Isildur and his plot armor, and also Legolas the Black and everything surrounding him. I'm going to reinforce the idea that they had a whole storyline planned out surrounding Theo and Arondir and Baby Mama Bronwyn and Isildur, but because Baby Mama Bronwyn went off to be a true activist, they had to scuttle the whole thing. I think they just ditched it, which is why
now they have a much more attractive woman of questionable diversity.
They just ditch storylines all the time. We still don't know why the cows were getting poisoned. It's not right. Sauron's fault. It looks like Sauron goo, but it's not because of Sauron.
Yeah, you're right. It is. It was because of Sauron, and we never get explained how they couldn't see the orcs building a trench miles long across the map.
They don't explain anything in the show ever. It's just nonsense piled on nonsense with flashing colors sometimes and a lot of.
Why were the Barrow Downs freaking out? Why were they so angry?
Oh well, because it's out of place lore. That's why.
Yeah, they just made it up.
Because those are servants of the Witch King of Angmar who doesn't even exist yet. Remember?
Yeah, but why were they
in the show? Somehow Sauron knew Galadriel was coming.
What the fuck's the troll gonna do?
Oh, Troll's gonna fight.
We haven't seen the troll in literally how many episodes?
We saw him marching.
Oh, there are stands thirsting for him, saying we need more of
him.
They'll
thirst for anything. They're all.
I want him
weirdos.
To break my bones, Daddy.
Listen.
Oh my God.
Cloud looks normal compared to these people. Okay.
Yeah.
I just talk over his joke.
I need a clip Jed saying I need to break my bones, and
I'm sorry I talked over your joke. I'm sorry.
Jed, say it again with the Anatar O face.
No. No.
Anyway, this show continues to be nonsense. It continues to be erratic. It's like I said, beginning of today's stream. I said beginning of my review. It's schizophrenic storytelling. They jump back and forth to all these sections. Each one of these segments of these plot arcs, most of them are literally maybe 5 or 10 minutes. They don't stick with what you could actually. How hard would it be to make an actual episode of just one plot? Plot A. Don't even need a plot B, just a plot A. But no, they have to jump A, B, C, D, E, F, and then try and F us in the ear with this shit.
Are they gonna? Is Sauron gonna eventually, with his showdown with Galadriel, go like, "Yeah, I destroyed that bridge"? Because if not, then who the fuck destroyed the bridge? How did the bridge?
Remember, the stand said when the windows blew open when he was first still Halbrand and we saw lightning strike. That was the destruction of the bridge, guys.
Yep, that's what this
bullshit.
Sauron.
Yep.
I
That's
need
what-
a clear answer.
That's what the sands are saying. That's what the sands say.
Yep.
That's
No, I cannot accept that. Those retards, I'm not going to listen to what the retards say on fucking Twitter that are just going to be over there, you know, stroking their dick or rubbing their minge to this shit because they have to, because they have no real actual thought process. I'm not going to accept what they fucking say. These people come out here and say what fucking Jed said about the fucking troll. These people are idiots. I don't give a fuck what they're saying, okay? How the fuck did the bridge break?
Derby,
Who
the
did
people, the stands are aligned with the riders, and the riders are aligned with the stands. So
they look to each other to fill their holes.
Yeah, they fill each other's holes.
Take that however you want.
They're doing the
probably
internal
did not.
fuck centipede.
The writers did not have an answer and will not give us an answer for how the bridge blew up. But now that
They
saw
Jed, they
Stan's
have no
saying-
answers for anything.
They have no answer for anything. But now that they heard the stand say it was that lightning bolt, they're like, yeah, that's totally what we were thinking the whole time. We're that smart. We're that subtle.
It's people who have, one, no talent. Secondly, no respect for the lore. Remember, all these episodes were directed and written by women. Rachel, apologize for your gender.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. There's so many of us that just suck. I apologize.
It's the fucking
Okay,
RTD
Elendil.
thing. It's that fucking RTD where he's like, well, I'm not going to explain this shit because I want you guys to explain it yourselves. I want you guys to come up with the story. No, your job is to tell us the fucking story. It's
Man.
your fucking job. Quit taking the goddamn stands. Stands are retarded. They don't know anything.
No, Jeremy,
Everybody's retarded.
You're the one that just doesn't understand.
No, the problem is I can't understand because I actually have brain power, shockingly enough.
He's so angry.
Angry?
I
But
think
tell
your
us how you
bigotry's-
really feel, Dermy.
So angry.
Yeah, it's your bigotry. It's getting in the way of understanding the
You know
show.
what? If I'm bigoted towards these people that are goddamn Heil Hitler.
Oh my
God damn
God.
it.
Wow.
If that's bigotry, then fucking I'm going whole board.
That's it. All channels are going down.
Oh no.
Thanks, Jeremy.
And Alf isn't even here to
And
defend
we're
this
done.
channel.
I disavow Jeremy Wormy. Angie
No,
Jeremy
me
Wormy.
being smart is what makes me bigoted, then fine. I don't care. I'll cut the hood. And if I'm the one yelling that I'm smart, that's saying something.
Listen, everybody,
Oh,
I'm
man.
smart. Okay.
Oh wow! I was just happy to let him go. You know, just let him get it all out, big fella. Get it all out.
I hate these people. I hated them during Doctor Who. I hated them every single fucking day. They ruined everything. Fuck stands. They're not fans. They're people that just like to suck off corporate cock.
Oh, Jeremy, take a shot.
Yeah, you know what? I fucking need one.
Take a shot. Take a shot. You deserve it. That was good. I'm proud of you. You did it. There you go. There you go. All right. Final thoughts. Jeremy, you said your final thoughts. Ed, final thoughts.
Well, just in general, the stuff that is wrong with all these episodes from both seasons, there's no accounting for time, distance, power levels are all over the place. Nothing is congruent with other scenes or even internally within the scenes. It's all just nonsense. And this episode really exemplifies the nonsense of it. But I do want to tell a quick story about the Rings of Power that I found out about. Hey, have you guys seen the interview with Ishmael Cruz Cordova about the Entwives scene? Since we were talking about the Entwives earlier.
No, I have not.
So a lot of people noticed that he showed emotion for practically the first time in the show when he met the Entwife. Not when his baby mama died, but when the Entwife showed up. And he explained why and how he got into the mindset for that scene. You guys ready for this?
I hope so.
He said he was method acting because he grew up with a mango tree in his backyard, and he just thought about the tasty mangoes that he used to get off the tree when he was acting with the Entwife.
I
hate these thoughts! It's the only way he's been able to show emotion. Is thinking about mangoes.
Yep. That's why he said that's why he's able to get into the mindset of an elf, of a wood elf specifically. Yeah.
You saying that it's how brain aneurysms happen.
He is now Mango Lass. He is not.
You know how king of the fruit.
Adam,
you know how
he is king of the fruits. He already is king of the fruits.
Adam, you know how angry I was during Elden Ring when I'm getting my ass kicked in by Morgoth and I'm so dead inside dealing with the Godskin duo? I'm more angry at this answer right now. I never thought there was an ability to make me more fucking angry. Thank you, Jed.
You're welcome.
I'm upset that he method acts with a mango tree when he could have done it with like an oak or like a willow tree or something. That would have been more authentic, don't you think?
What the fucking dildo? How about that?
I wanted Diddy's dildos. How about that? I wanted Diddy's dildos.
Well, he probably has a couple of them.
ABF, final thoughts.
I hope they add more trans representation and more gays and all that stuff in the show to make it more entertaining.
Well, Femron comes back. Although I will say, Femron's elven armor actually looks good.
It's okay.
It's the actual most normal looking, legitimate armor we've actually seen in the trailer. When I looked at it, it looks like real armor. It doesn't look like it's not moob armor with pasties or paste-ons, whatever.
Well, I think we can all get behind hashtag ROP2White. We can all get behind that tweet. Needs more representation. Like ABF said.
Yeah.
Yep.
Rachel, final thoughts.
I don't know what else to contribute here. Like everyone else has said it so well. It's a mess of a show. I don't know what else to add. It's so bad, but I am looking forward to when Rings of Power just steals the Voldemort's resurrection scene from the fourth Harry Potter movie, just taking in all the little bits and pieces, little Easter eggs throughout the show, putting them in a pot together, and that's how he makes the One Ring. Looking forward to that scene.
Oh man, I swear to God, I want this all to be true. Everything we predict, I want it to be true.
Come of Gandalf, the fucking
God damn! All right, we're shutting him down. We're shutting him down. Anyway, next week, Battle Part 1. I kind of feel like we're gonna spend even less time on it because if it's mostly fighting, we'll criticize choreography, move on.
Part 1 started tonight.
Oh, we'll see what happens.
I'm on Jed's side in this. I think 2-part episodes start now.
I would love nothing more than to do an abbreviated review next week. I don't want to spend 3 hours doing a review. I really don't. I'd much rather spend 15 minutes. But so I'm kind of hoping that it is, but it'll be what it'll be. But we'll be back next weekend, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Horny Alpha will be joining us, of course, next time. So remember, guys, check out everybody's channels. Links are in my description below. Links are out there. We thank each and every one of you across all our channels today who joined us. Thank you one and all. We appreciate your support. We don't get to do this without you guys. You are the reason we get to have fun with this because you watch us suffer. We suffer for your entertainment. It's just that simple. So thank you one and all. Take it easy. Have a good night, and we'll see you guys next week. Until then, bye.